launch BuilderPlus, you will want to put in your username and password, which you did while you were logging in for the trial version. So open a job, select new job, and go architectural, job name, my job, select the client, and check import data. Select the file to import, and in the folder BuilderPlus data you will select the Excel file that is there, and you will, the sheet is bills of quantities, and the file format is QS plus Excel, and then you import. And the job will import for you. While that's importing, once it has been successfully imported, it will ask you to select the labor group, new house, put in your job description, new house. If you wish a file code 1234, and the client is that. The labor group is, you select, these are local labor groups in South Africa, and you either select that, or you can make your own labor group with your own labor rate to allow you to have the rates that you wish. That will be a subject of another video. And the address, you put in 10 the job address, 10 12th Street, Shelley Point, and you click. Now what that does, it selects the GPS coordinates of the site, and you now say suppliers to deal with suppliers within a 20-kilometer radius, and it lists those over here. These are the suppliers that are within range. The others you can fill in tender details as you so wish. It's not important at this stage. So we go back to our dashboard, and now we can filter on this is the preliminaries. We can filter on the first building trade earthworks, show results, and there you have your excavations nodding 2 meters deep, trenches, and in order to select a template, foundation digging, which is a preset template folders, and it asks you a few questions. What is the depth? Not exceeding 2 meters deep. What is the nature of the soil? It's ordinary ground. And a digger loader, you don't wish a digger loader here, and you press calculate. And for some reason it's given us plant, but it should, so we are going to just deduct that and go back to our labor, and we can see how it's worked there. So you have a foundation digging team of, let's say, we can change that to 2 general workers. Click that pencil, update it, and let's say they can collectively do 6 cubic meters per day. The cost per cubic meter is 97.82, and that is basically how. And then you price any of the items. Let's go back to item build-ups, and we'll go to select, and we'll say let's do some masonry, and we got 1 brick walls, 370 square meters. And we now go and look at a brickwork template. Now the brickwork template consists of the labor to lay the bricks, the material for the bricks, mortar to lay to put between the bricks. So the first question it asks you is, what is your brick size? We will have, what we have here is a hollow maxi of 14 MPa, and the number of skins is 2 skins because it's got 2 skins in a 1 brick wall, and the joint thickness is 10 millimeters. Calculate that, and now it will ask you some questions of mortar that you're going to use. And once there, then you say, okay, you're going to mix it by a machine, and you're going to batch it with volume. The machine type will be a 300 liter machine, and you will be transporting it in wheelbarrows. And the mortar class is class 2, which is has a built-in mix in the system. And then you calculate that. And there you see now that your brickwork is 104 rands and 6 cents for materials. The labor to lay that is 77 rand 83 per square meter. Everything is reduced to per square meter. The mortar is 23 a square meter. Is plant costs 86 cents plant cost per square meter, and labor 1 rand 30 per square meter. Now to analyze that, to check on that, you can click on the buttons there, and you'll see that there are 70 hollow maxis. There's no waste factor, so you'll put a waste factor of 10%, which will change the figures slightly. 214, and you can look at your labor. Your labor is a bricklaying crew consisting of an artisan and a laborer. Let's change that laborer to a general worker. And so the team costs you, and they lay 600 bricks per day, and so the cost per square meter is 111 rand 95. Now the mortar, if you click on the mortar, you will see that there is building sand and cement sacks, 7 sacks. It's a 10% waste there. The shrinkage is 50, and your sacks, you have 10%. Alright, so you've done that, and your material cost per cubic meter is 1,111.64, and you need 32 millimeters of that, and gives you the costs there. So you end up with a net unit rate of 264 rands 15 a square meter, and the total amount is 97.